Camosun College Chargers. Before we meet the starting lineups for both teams, we'd like to award the PACWEST Awards to the Chargers. Congratulations to the Capilano Award winners we recognized yesterday. Presenting these awards will be Corey Anderchuk, the Manager of Student Life and Athletics here at College of the Rockies. From the Chargers, member of the all-rookie team, Carter Korpenko. First team All-Star, Eduardo Bida. Also first team All-Star, Vitor Pereira. Congratulations to our PACWEST Award winners from the Camosun College Chargers. All right, let's get the team set up now. We're about ready to introduce the starting lineups for both teams. Beginning with the number 3 seed, Capilano University Blues. First cheer outside from North Vancouver, number 1, Marcus Roxburgh. Fourth year center for number 2, Simon Reason. Third year center for Vancouver, number 3, Jonathan Lee. Third year outside from Brooklyn, number 5, Justin Yee. Second year outside from Vancouver, number 9, Jacob Hopkins. Third year from Dakota, number 10, Zari Zalewski. And third year from Vancouver, number 13, Markio Simpson. Rules of coach, 92 assistant by Carson Cameron and San Diego commander. The Capilano University Blues. And now, the starting lineup for the number 2 seed, Camosun College Chargers. Second year center from Victoria, number 1, Kyle Porno. First year middle from Princeton number 4, Carter Korpenko. Second year middle from Victoria, Mike Lawrence Vogel. Third year outside from Brazil, number 9, Eduardo Bida. Third year outside from Victoria, number 11, Morgan Humphreys. Third year outside from Brazil, number 12, Vitor Pereira. And fifth year middle from Victoria, number 15, Douglas Waterman. The Chargers coached by Charles Torrance and assisted by Henry Stone and Hilo Wong. Our officials for this afternoon's match, Bruce McElroy and Brian Hubert.
Welcome back inside the gymnasium of College of the Rockies here in Cranbrook. My name is Ryan Waters as we get set for the first men's semifinal. The number 2 Camosun Chargers taking on the number 3 Capilano Blues. This will be a fun one. So many underlying storylines, including the Chargers winning 4 straight provincial champions. The pupil of head coach Dave Dooley was a player under head coach Charles Parkinson. The Camosun Chargers. We'll see if the pupil can beat the instructor. The young Jedi Master, if you will, taking on the Jedi Master. So this will be fun. The Chargers and the Blues, they met 4 times during the regular season. The Chargers got the better of the Blues, 3 out of the 4 sets, but they finished with identical 18-6 records. Chargers winning 65 sets compared to dropping 29. And by golly, so did the Blues. So here we go. Eduardo Bida, you heard in the pregame that he was one of the first team All-Stars, along with his countryman, Vitor Pereira. Those 2 guys are the ones you'll need to watch in white. Bida, number 9, serving now. Pereira wears number 12 for the Chargers. And here we go, we're underway inside to Simpson. Simpson will, well, not get the kill quite yet, as this one will be saved by Korpenko. Terrific play. Now Simpson makes no doubt about that one, and he'll crush it down. Markel Simpson with his first kill. He had 10 yesterday in the quarterfinal victory over the CBC Bearcats. Gets his first one here, and he'll go back to serve. The Blues with a 1-0 lead early on. Simpson. Vito with the pass. That attempt by Humphreys rejected partially. Hopkins gets his first attempt. Beta is there. And now Pereira is rejected. Charlie Zaleski with the block. Carter Karpenko, who made that fabulous save moments ago, part of the all-rookie team. He's the libero for the Chargers, wearing the only blue shirt for Camosun. 4-time defending PACWEST champions. Blues in front, 2-0. The lone victory the Blues got with a 5-set thriller. And this one way long. And the Chargers on the board for the first time. It's 2-0. And Douglas Waterman in his 5th and final season will come in for the Chargers for the first time as Karpenko will go have a seat. The libero Jonathan Lee in for the Blues as well as Simpson will go have a rest. And Lorenz Vogel will tee it up, and here he comes. Simon Friesen sets it to Hopkins, who goes down the line and in. And it's 3-1. And coming in will be Simon Friesen. Friesen the setter. Big serve there, this one into the stands, and Friesen gets the ace. Friesen 26 during the regular campaign. Friesen back to serve again. It's noted that Marcus Bratsburg is starting for the Blues. He left injured yesterday in that quarterfinal, but seems to be okay. And as I mentioned, starting in this one. Pereira saved there by Bratsburg. And they go to Hopkins. Hopkins will send it long. And it's 4-2 in favor of the third-seeded Capilano Blues in their darks here this afternoon. And hello to all the folks listening and watching in North Vancouver. If you're a Blues fan or watching on the island in Victoria, if you're a Charger fan or wherever you may be watching or listening, thanks for tuning in. Here's Pereira, way long. Fedor Pereira, his first service attempt in the postseason. Almost hits the back wall, and it's 5-2 in favor of the Blues. Here's Hopkins. Waterman, nice save by Friesen and Lee. Will be sent over by Bratsburg, and the Chargers go to work. Did it go off a block? It did. Humphreys does indeed go off a block, the southpaw, and it's 5-3. Haven't seen too many lefties in this tournament. Humphreys, 6'5" left-hander. In his third season, hometown kid out of Victoria. And here he comes, the lefty, and he goes outside and misses everything. Right into the Blues bench. So 6-3 to score in favor of Capilano. And Charlie Zaleski, second-team All-Star, will go back to serve. He had 3 kills yesterday in their quarterfinal win over CBC. Humphreys with the pass. Barban the setter. And there's a dig by Hopkins. And Justin Yee gets in the act with a push. This one a little tip. Simpson's there. Friesen has to step out of the way of a teammate. Gets it to Yee. This one in the stands. Pereira has to step around a photographer. And Capilano back to the offensive side. Bratsburg off of a block. Humphreys was there. Gordon nails that one, and that one rejected as Justin Yee and Markel Simpson set up a big block. And it's 7-3 Blues. Fast-paced action. There's Zaleski. Humphreys with the pass, but it hits the ceiling. Seen that a few times in this tournament. So Zaleski with the ace, and it's 8-3 in favor of the Blues. Zaleski. Here's Zaleski. And Waterman will just tip it over. Yee is there. Friesen go power side. Bratsburg tries to tip it over and goes into the net. The set may be a little too deep for him, as Lee will check back in. Zaleski will sit down, as will the libero for Camosun Karpenko. And here's the serve from Waterman. Friesen to Bratsburg. Bratsburg is rejected. The ball went out of bounds, but it hit Bratsburg on the way down. And it's 8-4. Now Waterman trying to become, I believe, the only PACWEST player to win 5 gold medals in the PACWEST. Has an opportunity to do that in this one, but the Blues have had their ideas with Simpson with a kill there. And it's 9-5.
Nice overload to that blocker.
And Waterman will take a seat, and Karpenko comes back on. I flew to Cranbrook with Waterman's parents. They were on the same flight. Lovely couple. We chatted a little bit. And that one too far for Justin Yee. It was so loud in the flight, though, it was hard to talk to anyone. Little Pacific Coastal Airline. I had an aisle and a window seat all at the same time. Cal Borden will go back to serve. Second-year player out of Victoria. And Borden, just Jonathan Lee's overbump. And it just catches the line. The Chargers couldn't believe it. A little backspin for Lee, and it falls in there, and it's 10-6 in favor of Capilano. Here comes Bratsburg. And that is too wide. And it's 10-7. And now Eduardo Bito. Bito was the MVP of this tournament last year. Simon Friesen, for the second straight match, throws his tape at us here in the broadcast booth. I don't know what we ever did to Simon. He'll set it here for Simpson off the block. And gets the kill. Simpson another tally. And it's 11-7 as Zaleski comes back in, and Lee will have a seat for Capilano. Simpson back to serve. And here he comes. This one handled there by Humphreys. Bita, look it up to Pereira. Saved there by Simpson, and now Bratsburg will just send it over. From the backcourt, it's Bita. Simpson able to bring it up, but the Blues are on the net. What a dig there by Simpson. It had to be going 160 miles an hour.
Great D, boys.
That's a ball that I do not want to stand in front of. Thank you very much. Vogel with the serve. Friesen with the tip off Waterman. And now it's Bita. He'll just send it over. Yee. This is Hopkins, and Hopkins just inside the back line and gets the kill. And it's 12-8 in front for the Capilano Blues. As Vogel will step out, and Karpenko will come back in for Camosun. And Friesen, who has an ace in this game. Here he comes. Humphreys, good pass. Now he'll get it back and goes way long. Some nerves from the Chargers in their first attempt here on the COTR floor. They're undefeated on this COTR floor this season. And maybe some jitters, they are the defending champs after all, and playing a Capilano team who played yesterday. That one goes long. Service error. Now it's 13-9 in favor of the Blues. I think that has a lot to do with it too, just being familiar with your settings. Capilano able to play yesterday, and Chargers haven't played here for a while. It'll take them a few points or so to get back into it. Friesen. This is Yee. Karpenko has it go off his hand and out of bounds. Big blast from the service line by Pereira. We have a sub for the Blues as Hopkins will have a sit down. And Jake Hagan will step in, fourth-year player to Surrey. Had 4 kills yesterday in that quarterfinal victory over the Bearcats.
Inside sets.
And here he comes. Into the net. Hagan with a service error, point to the Chargers. And 14-9 now the score. And Humphreys, the southpaw, will go back to serve. And here he comes. Lee pops it up. Friesen chases that one down. Bratsburg will send it over and get the kill in front of Humphreys. And it's 15-10. Lee will depart, and Simpson comes back in. And Zaleski back to serve for the Blues. in his third season. Here he comes. Humphreys handles that one. Borden up for Waterman. Waterman just hovering in the air and slams it down. Waterman 6'5" and just hung in the air. And he'll go back to serve now. Here he comes. Waterman into the net. Service error by Douglas. And Waterman will go have a seat. Think about that one for a bit as Karpenko comes back on the floor. Karpenko out of Prince George. Now Justin Yee. The tape on his right hand. Every finger on his right hand. Taped, and it goes right into the nets, other than his thumb. So a service error, 16-12. Kyle Borden will go back to serve now. 293 assists during the regular season for Borden with that headband, and here he comes. Into the net, so teams trading service errors back and forth. And now Hopkins looks like he wanted to come back in, but Coach Dave Dooley said, not yet. So he'll go back and sit down, and Marcus Bratsburg will go to serve with a 17-12 lead. And here's Bratsburg. Bito plays that one. Eduardo gets it back and hammers it down in front of Yee. And Bito, who's been relied upon so much for this Chargers team in the last couple of years. He seems to be able to deliver each and every time he's called upon. Part of that national championship. A team last year, while they didn't win, but they finished 4th at Camosun. That one goes long, and it's 18-13. Got to hand it to Camosun. They hosted the Women's Nationals 2 years ago, then last year the Men's Nationals. And they gave their staff a year off at least this year. They're not hosting anything. There's an ace for Simpson in front of Bita, and it's 19-13. Not even hosting a provincial championship. There's Camosun. Now Bita wants to tally, wants to wipe up some of the stuff he left behind after that dive. 19-13. Blues have led the entire way. Best of 3. Winner will move on to tomorrow's gold medal match, which will happen 8 o'clock local time, 7 o'clock Pacific time. The winner of this match will take on the winner of the match tonight between the top-seeded Douglas Royals and the 4th-seeded VIU Mariners, who won yesterday, beat the COTR Avalanche in 3 straight as the Chargers now call a timeout. 19-13 the score. These two teams last met last year in the semifinal. The Chargers blew through the Blues in 4 sets. Remember, the Blues last year finishing 2nd, so they had the bye, didn't play a quarterfinal, and then they lost to the Chargers, who then went on to win their 4th straight provincial championship. The Blues actually just picking up their first playoff win since 2013 yesterday, as they swept the Bearcats. Talked to Simon Friesen on the broadcast during the postgame, and he said, yeah, we've finally won a playoff game. He's finally won a playoff game. You could tell that the relief was there. The monkey, as they say, was off the back of Friesen and the Blues as they won that playoff game yesterday and punched their ticket here to this semifinal, where regardless of today's outcome, they will play for a medal. Obviously, they want to play for gold tomorrow. Have to get through the 4-time defending champs first. Here's Simpson. Simpson served way out of bounds. A service error again. And it's 19-13. Pereira, by the way, led everybody in the PACWEST with 388 total points. He's got a couple here this afternoon as Vogel will go back to serve. Vogel, a little float serve, handled there. And Zaleski with a big kill. And runs the score to 20-14. And now Friesen will go back to serve. Friesen. And that is an ace as he paints the line on the sideline. And now 21-14 in favor of the Capilano Blues. Friesen's second ace of this semifinal. This one off the arms of Vida. Humphreys didn't even move. And Beatty's looking at him saying, that was yours, dude. That's the 6th ace by the Blues in this set. 22-14 now they have a lead. And here comes Friesen. Played there by Bita. Borden to Pereira. Dug there by Friesen. Lee will pick it up and he'll send it to Yee. Yee into the net. An unforced error there. Talked to Coach Dave Dooley after their victory yesterday, and he said they had too many unforced errors and too many service errors in that quarterfinal victory. Pereira now will head back for the Chargers, and here he comes. Lee with a nice up. In the middle, Zaleski with a kill. And it's 23-15. All starts with a good first pass. Jonathan Lee was able to do that, the second-team All-Star. Shortest guy on the floor at 5'9". He looks tiny compared to all these other guys that are over 6 feet. There's Hagen. Bita. Now Borden will go backdoor for Pereira. And it goes out. Set point now for the Blues. Looking to draw first blood in this semifinal. And Hagen now. Jake Hayden's serve. Played by Karpenko in the middle for Waterman. And it goes off Friesen. And the Chargers stay alive. 24-16. And Humphreys will go back to serve. Humphreys in that corner. Third-year player. Graduate of Reynolds Secondary, and here he comes. Now Friesen, that's Yee. Yee in the back corner, and the Capilano Blues draw first blood with a 25-16 victory here in this semifinal. And they take a 1-0 lead over the 4-time defending champion Camosun Chargers. We'll step aside, be back with the second set. Blues and Chargers live at the 2019 PACWEST Volleyball Championships at the College of the Rockies.
Once again, on behalf of College of the Rockies and Avalanche Athletics, welcome to the 2019 PACWEST Provincial Volleyball Championships. I'd like to take this moment to thank our sponsors: Anywhere Garment Company, KD Electric, Solarado Industries, Symmetry Dental, Hot Shots Cafe, Sandman Hotels, Inns and Suites, Kahuna Sports, Booster Juice, Selkirk Signs, Mr. Mike's Steakhouse, Canadian 2-for-1 Pizza, and Ryan Nellis's Custom Fit Onion Rings. We thank them and you, the fans, for your support of the 2019 PACWEST Provincial Volleyball Championships.
Welcome back inside College of the Rockies here in Cranbrook as we go to the second set. Some first set stats to pass along. As far as service aces go, There were 5 aces for the Blues compared to 0 for the Chargers. A couple of service errors for the Blues as well, 7 errors, 5 errors for the Chargers. Justin Yee and Jacob Hopkins and Zarli Zaleski and Markel Simpson, each with 2 kills in that first set for the Blues. Beta and Waterman had 2 for the Chargers. Chargers will start offensively right in the middle, and a kill there for Vogel, his first of the semifinal, and it's 1-0 Chargers. I believe that's their first lead of this semifinal. Eduardo Beta now will go back out of Brazil. Spins the ball in his hands, throws it high, and here he comes. Pass by Yee. This is Hopkins. Goes off the block, but somebody went in the net. It was the Chargers. Pereira and also Vogel on the block. Somebody slid into the nets, and it's 1-1. And Simpson will go back to serve for Capilano. Simpson holding that ball out in front of him, and here he comes. Dug there by Humphreys. He'll get it right back, and Zaleski skies in the air and throws that kill attempt right back. Well, more of a tip attempt by Humphreys, and Zaleski says, no thanks. I'll just throw it right back at you. And here comes Simpson again. Karpenko gets up the board. Back set for Pereira, and he's rejected. Hopkins and Zaleski with a big block. And it's 3-1. And the Blues bench getting a little overexcited. Now 3-1, and here comes Simpson again. Simpson will toss it high, and here he comes. Beta with a nice pass. Beta on the back side, he'll just tip it over. Picked up by Yee, and now this is Hopkins off the block. Pereira saves it. Beta will set his countryman up, and he goes down the line for a, well, it looked like it was in. He might have went behind the antenna. And it's 4-1, Capilano. Because that ball looked like it was in from here. But like I said, it may have went behind the antenna. There's the serve. Beta with a nice pass. They go back to Pereira. He goes cross-court into the crowd. And Pereira can't seem to find it right now. Guy who had 338 kills during the regular season has been quiet in this one. And he might be lifted for the game. No, it will be Humphreys that will come out. And Graham Bazzi will come in for the first time. Bazzi, a rookie. Hometown kid in Victoria. So Humphreys will depart. Bazzi in, and here comes Simpson. See if he tempts Bazzi. And he goes too far. (5-2) the score. Karpenko will go have his seat. And Waterman will come back in for the Chargers. Back to serve is Vogel. Vogel's serve. Pass to the net. Simon Friesen tried to get it over. Blocked there by the Chargers, and here comes Hopkins. He's rejected it. Hits his self, or hits his body as he tried to get out of the way of it. Blocked by the Chargers would have been a Blues point, however, it hit Hopkins. So 5-3. And Vogel back to serve yet again. And here he comes. Yee up to Friesen. Power side, dug by Borden. Now Pereira. He'll send it over. Bratsburg is there. Backdoor for Yee, who goes too long. And it's 5-4 Blues. Capilano with the victory in the first set, 25-16. Chargers needing to answer. Yee will get up to Friesen, tips it over. Borden is there. Beta, set of Pereira. Pereira off a block of Zaleski. Yee was there. Now Zaleski in the middle. Beta with a nice dig. Friesen sets up Zaleski. Waterman got a hand on that. Power side. This one off a block. Lee is there. Back to Zaleski. His tip handled there by Waterman. Back court for Beta. It goes into the net. Karpenko will come back on the floor, and Vogel will have a seat. And Friesen, with a couple aces in that first set, will come back here to serve. 6-4 in favor of Capilano. And here's Friesen. Beat it with a pass to Borden. Gets it up to Pereira. And Lee saved it. Couldn't quite pop it up enough, and it falls for a Charger point. Simon Friesen going over to talk to the referee about something, about perhaps an over the nets. The referee said, no, it's fair, and it's 6-5 Blues, and Pereira will go back to serve. 44 aces during the regular season. His serve off the top of the net. Lee is there. Back to Hopkins, who goes into the middle of the net. Hopkins maybe changing his mind too late in the game. Goes in the net, and now it's 6-6. The Lady Blues are here, cheering on their Capilano men's team. I think some of the Lady Chargers are here as well after their semifinal loss. And Pereira into the net. So point to the Blues. They regain the lead, 7-6. And Jacob Hopkins will go back to serve. Hopkins, 6'2" out of Vancouver. And his serve floats over. Borden with a tip. Bratsburg is there. In the middle, Zaleski changes directions mid-flight. And it's a lift against Zaleski. Friesen's arguing. Zaleski just jumps so high. So it's 7-7. And back to serve is Bazzi from Reynolds Secondary. And here he comes. Lee handles that one. Friesen sets up Zaleski. He'll pop it over. Pereira pops it up. Now to Bita. Off a block. Lee is there. Friesen, power side for Bratsburg, who sends it deep. Pereira's there. Power side again. Bita off a block, and Lee will send it in the Chargers bench. And it's 8-7. Chargers with the lead. Second set of this men's semifinal. And Bazzi will go back to serve with an 8-7 lead. And here he comes. This one to Bratsburg. He'll get it back from Friesen. Hit the antenna. And it's point to the Chargers. 9-7. Want to say hello to the Douglas Royals and VIU Mariners. I would imagine back at home or back at the hotel watching this one. Thanks for tuning in, fellas. We'll see you tonight in the second semifinal. Bratsburg to Friesen. Bratsburg will hit it over, but nicely dug by Bazzi. And then Pereira is inside the corner with a kill. And it's 10-7. Pereira with some tape on his right hand. And now a sub will come in for the Blues as Jake Hagen will come in and Hopkins will have a seat. And Hagen will play that back corner. And Bazzi will keep it going for the Chargers. And his serve, handled there by Lee. Friesen will set up Yee, who comes cross court, but out of bounds. And it's a point to the Chargers. He cut that one so much it almost hit us in the broadcast booth. And now time will be called by head coach Dave Dooley. His first time out of the match with 11-7 Charger lead. After the Blues drew first blood. Coming up at 6 o'clock local time, 5 o'clock-ish in the Pacific, the VIU Mariners women's team will take on the Capilano Blues women's team. The Blues upsetting the UFV Cascade yesterday in 5 thrilling sets, including that fifth set was a beauty. 18-16 the final score for the Blues, and they punched their ticket to today's semifinal. It doesn't get any easier. They draw the top-ranked VIU Mariners. Out of the timeout, the Blues on the floor already. So whatever Dave Dooley said, it was very quick. And the Chargers will come back out as well. 11-7 the score. in favor of the second-seeded Chargers. Here's the serve. Bratsburg will watch it go wide. Awfully close, too. Well, the referee with the flag was right there, and Lee will depart. And Simpson will come back into the ball game for the Blues. 11-8, Chargers lead. Here's Zaleski. Zaleski. Popped up by Bazzi, and then a call against the center Barton on a double hit. And 11-9. Zaleski again back to serve. Here he comes. Karpenko with the dig, and now Brera will send it deep, but off a block. And it's 12-9. Vogel back in the game for the Chargers. Lee back in the game for the Blues. And here's Waterman. Waterman with the serve. Lee is there, Friesen. Gets it to Simpson with a huge kill. And they play the Simpsons theme song. And how appropriate is that after a Simpson kill? Nicely done by Matt. Simpson now 3 kills to match Hopkins for the team lead. Here's Yee. In the middle, a quick set for Vogel. Vogel with a huge kill. And it's 13-10 Chargers. Here's the serve. Yee handles it to Friesen with a fingertip, and then Simpson flies into the net. That's 14-10. Good effort by Friesen with a finger set. Might have got 3 fingers on it. And Simpson couldn't stop himself flying from into the net. Serve handled there by Lee. It's up tight to the nets, and then Simpson. Oh, it's a point to the Chargers. It's a double hit on Friesen. So 15-10. And Borden will go back to serve out of Oak Bay High. Standing in that back corner. And here he comes. Handled there by Bratsburg. Nice pass. And Simpson. Off the net, off the block, gets the point. And it's 15-11. Now Bratsburg will go back to serve, part of the all-rookie team. Bratsburg, tremendous for the Blues this season, 170 kills at Argyle. And Karpenko, nice pass to Borden. This is Bita. Bita goes long. I don't think he touched anybody. Bita wants it. He says no, does the referee. And it's 15-12. Here's Bratsburg. Another serve, and it goes long, just past the outside line, and it's 16-12. Chargers, and here comes Bita. The veteran head coach, Charles Parkinson, looking on. And Bita up by 4, dribbling that ball like a basketball, and now he'll toss it high, and here he comes. His serve, good pass by Yee. Here's Simpson off the block and gets the kill. And now Zaleski will check in for the Blues as Jonathan Lee will have a seat. And now Simpson going back to serve for the Blues. Leading, or trailing by 3. 13 on the scoreboard, matching 13 on his jersey, and he'll go into the net. 13, not lucky for Simpson. And it's 17-13. Chargers as Waterman checks back in, so does Lee. Vogel going back to serve. Here he comes. Serve to Yee. And that is Zaleski able to adjust and hang and get it over the net for the point. And it's 17-14, and they describe it as a gentle attack. Vogel will sit down. Karpenko comes back on for the Chargers, and here's Simon Friesen. Friesen goes long with that one. And now 18-14 Chargers. Pereira now. First team All-Star, and here he comes. Lee. This is to Yee off the arm of Karpenko. Lee Yee with a Friesen in between. And it's 18-15 Chargers. And Hagen back to serve. Here's the serve. Hit over by Waterman. This is Yee down the line and out. Almost hit the flag girl. Good agility by her to get out of the way of that fastball. And it's 19-15 Chargers, and Bazzi will go back to serve. Let's see where he goes. Going to Bradsburg. In the middle, Zaleski goes long, and the Chargers take a 20-15 lead. And now a timeout by Dave Dooley, head coach of the Blues. His second timeout of the set, with the Chargers in front by 5, 20-15. Simpson leads the Blues offensively with 5 kills. Yee, Hopkins, and Zaleski each have 3. Chargers, meanwhile, Vida and Pereira have 3. Vogel has 2. Waterman has a pair as well. Borden has 10 assists already and 3 digs. Pereira also 3 digs. On the blue side, Friesen has 15 assists. 3 digs for Simpson, 3 for Bradsburg, and 3 for Lee. Jonathan Lee's been so good back there as the libero for the Blues. And he comes on the floor, leading his teammates back out after this timeout. Chargers done talking over as well. And both teams will start to head back out on the floor. Blues are already on the floor. And some of the Lady Chargers have made their way back into the gymnasium, sitting directly across from us as they will set up shop there. And they'll be cheering on their men Chargers right in the same section as the Blues ladies. That'll be fun. And the serve, Lee pops up. Friesen will get up for Bradsbury, and he's rejected. Waterman with a big kill. Waterman with quite the cheer as well with the flex and the yell. Pereira yelling right back at him. Back to serve goes Bazzi. Bradsburg to Friesen in the middle. Zaleski will just toss it down off the hands of Pereira. And it's 21-16. Lee will depart. Simpson comes back in. Now a sub. And Pham will come in for the Blues. We saw him come in yesterday. Zaleski will go have a seat. Pham in his 3rd season out of Vancouver. And he'll go back to serve. Pham smacks it on the ground a few times, and here he comes. Bazzi, Bourbon, and now it will be Vida, and he'll send it long. Killer bee combination there. Doesn't work for the Chargers. Bazzi, Borden, Vida. Farm back to serve. Here he comes. Bazzi, Borden in the middle. Waterman off the block and will get it to go. Now Waterman makes it 22-17. Vogel will come in, and Karpenko will go have a seat. Lee will be back in, and Farm will go sit down. Oh, Waterman getting instructions from Coach Parkinson where to serve. And they want to go at Lee, pardon me. This is Simpson off the block of Vogel and gets it to go. And it's 22-18, and here comes Karpenko again, as Waterman will have a seat. Here's Justin Yee. Yee with the serve. Karpenko with the pass. Here's Pereira. And that one off the arms and into the crowd. And it's 23-18. Pereira looking at his right hand to make sure the tape is still on there. It's an interesting tape placement for Pereira. Like he has a cut on that right hand. He's trying to protect it with the tape/bandage. Borden with the serve. This one a battle at the net. And the Blues have control. Unfortunately for the Blues, Simpson's calling a double hit, or a lift, pardon me. And it's now set point for the Chargers, leading 24-18, trying to even up this match. And now coming in for the Blues, Max Clark will come in for Capilano for the first time in this semi. And Bratsburg will go have a seat. Set point. And the serve is in there for the ace. And the Chargers will even up the match 25-18. So we go to the third set with the Blues and the Chargers all knotted at one after a 25-18 victory by the Camosun Chargers to draw the tie. We'll step aside. We'll be back with the third set, 2019 PACWEST Volleyball Championships live at COTR.
On behalf of College of Rockies Athletics, again, a big welcome and thank you to fans for joining us for the 2019 PACWEST Provincial Volleyball Championships. Also, reminder, the concession stand is open. Grab yourself some food and drink, celebrate healthy, some of not even remotely healthy, but hey, that's just a part of attending a live sporting event, am I right? Concession stand open right here in the gym. You can pick your tickets up at the front ticket desk. We'll be doing a draw close to the end of tonight, and you don't have to be in attendance to win. But hey, we'd love to give you some money, and we'd love to see your support for Avalanche Athletics. Pick up your 50/50 tickets at the front ticket desk.
Welcome back to the men's semifinal between the Chargers and the Blues. Pereira leading the Chargers in offensive attack with 4 kills. Bita has 3, so does Waterman. And Vogel has a pair. Kyle Borden has 12 assists. For the Blues, Simpson leads the way, leads everybody actually, with 6 kills. Zaleski's got 4. Yee and Hopkins each have 3. Bratsburg has 1. Referee making sure everyone is in the right spot. Humphreys will come in. And now Humphreys will depart. And Bazzi comes in. So the Chargers just winning 25-18 to tie this one after the Blues drew first blood with a 25-16 victory in that first set. And Borden will go back to serve for the Chargers. Here he comes. And he will bump it up to Friesen. He finds Hopkins on the far side, rejected there, but Bratsburg is there. Hopkins off the block again. Karpenko with a nice dig. And the Chargers, after the ball bounces around a few times, will get the point. And they go up 1-0 in this third set. Borden back to serve. Borden delivers. Good dig by Bratsburg, but he's rejected by Bita. And it's 2-0. Borden with that headband will go back to serve again. Borden serve. Took a little bit off it. Bratsburg with the dig. This is Hopkins. He'll throw it down. Borden got a hand on it. So did Bita. And then Karpenko did everything he can, including leaping over the coach's chair to get to that one. But can't quite pop it up enough, and it's 2-1 now. The Blues are back on the board. Simon Friesen. It's an overbump and hammered down there by Hopkins. The overbump by Basri. And it's 2-2. Friesen to serve. And here he comes. Basri with the pass. That's Vogel. Zaleski using his foot to try to pop it up, but hit the bottom of the net, and the Chargers get the points. Good athleticism there by Zaleski, trying to pop it up with that foot. So Vogel with the kill, and now here comes Bita. Good pass by Bratsburg. Friesen tracks it down. Hopkins. Bita is there. Now Pereira sends it over Friesen. Now Lee. Lee's going to set up Hopkins. Hopkins off the block and down. Three. And Hopkins. There's an overbump. Zaleski will play it here to Friesen. This is Yee. Goes off the block and gets the points. Justin Yee makes it 4-3. The Blues crowding the nets with all players except for Hopkins, who delivers the serve, but into the net. Service error makes it 4-4. And Waterman will sneak in. And Karpenko will go have a seat. And Vogel will go back to serve. And here he comes. Bratsburg will pop it up. Friesen. This is Yee again off the top of the net and goes wide. And it's 5-4 Chargers. Vogel, 6'6", out of Claremont Secondary. There's number 8 for the Chargers. And Vogel going to that left-hand corner to serve this one up, and here he comes. Gets to Jonathan Lee. Friesen, power side, and Bratsburg thought it was going to be a quick set, and he didn't get it. Went over his head, and now it's 6-4 Chargers. Now Vogel. Friesen over to Bratsburg. He tips it over. Nice dig there by Borden, but sends it out of bounds, and the Blues get a point. 6-5 the score in favor of the Chargers. And Zaleski will head back to the service line. And here he comes. Bita has it go off his arms and off the ceiling. That's how much of a powerful serve that was from Zaleski. Off the arms of Bita and hit the ceiling. And I might have knocked some dust down off the ceiling. And they'll have to bring out the brooms and try to sweep that up a little bit. Seen lots of things fall from the ceiling here at COTR this weekend. Dust bunnies, water. When I first got here, I set up shop, I started getting dripped on. With the condensation, there's windows right above us. And there were a couple drops that came down. Fortunately, it stopped. Actually, somebody went up to clear the snow off the windows upstairs. And thank you to them. Beat it with a nice pass to Borden. This is Pereira off a block and down. And he gets a point. 7-6 Chargers. Selesky steps out. Lee steps in. And Pereira now, after that kill, will serve. Pereira back deep. Beyond the basketball court even. And he'll toss that high. Here he comes. Into the net. Pereira another service error. And it's tied at 7. Now Yee in that back corner. 7-7 the score. He'll toss it high. Here he comes. Bito with the pass. This is Pereira from the back court. This one going to hit the ceiling off Hopkins' arms. 8-7. Now Chargers. And Bazzi will go serve for the Chargers in front by a point. Here's Bazzi. Pass by Bratsburg. Friesen gets it right back to Marcus. He's rejected by Waterman. Douglas Waterman with a kill. A block. And it's 9-7 Chargers. This might be the biggest lead of the set so far. Back and forth these two teams go. And Bazzi gets it to Bratsburg. And Lee, thankfully for the Blues, was there to send it over the free ball. Now Pereira, good dig by Yee. And now it's Friesen, he'll send it over. And this one will hit the ceiling off the arms of Pereira. Well, unorthodox there by the Blues, but they got the job done. 9-8 is the score in favor of the Chargers. And Bratsburg to serve. Here he comes. Beat up. His bump goes over the nets and out of bounds. And the Blues tied at 9. Bratsburg to serve again. Bratsburg. Karpenko with the pass. Bita. Lee is there with the dig. Bita almost ended up in the broadcast table here. Waterman with a dig by Bratsburg. And now Waterman rejects Simpson with a huge block. And it's 10-9 Chargers. Karpenko will go have his seat. Vogel back in. And here's Waterman. Friesen. Power side, Hopkins inside the line. Hopkins gets a kill, and Zaleski will hop back in. And Lee will sit down, and so will Waterman. 10-10 tie. Back and forth these two teams go. Now Simpson. Simpson serve. That one goes long as Pereira has to run out of the way of it. And 11-10. Back to serve, Borden. Borden serve. Off Bratsburg, gets the ace. And it's 11-11. Borden during the regular season had 11 aces. And he's got one here in the postseason. He'll toss that one up, and here he comes again. Bratsburg with the pass. A battle at the net, won by Friesen. The Chargers have it, and Karpenko will send it over to Lee. Zaleski. Dig by Bazzi. Now Bita, he's rejected. Karpenko's there. Borden will chase this one down. Now Pereira. It goes off of blue. Lee will just send it deep. Both teams can regroup. A rejection there. Somebody was over the net. And it was 12-12 now. Or 12-11, my mistake. And now here's Friesen. Friesen. Good dig by Karpenko, and Vogel sends it over off an arm. And it's 13-11 Chargers. And Pita will go back to serve. Pita in that back right corner. Pita likes to take his time after the whistle, spins it in his hand, tosses it up, and here he comes. Lee with a pass to Friesen. Zaleski skies, but Borden is there. Here's Pereira off the arms of Friesen. And some dust comes down on top of the Blues bench. And it's 14-11. One of the redshirt players, one of the coaches, gets a shower of dust after that one hits the ceiling. And it's 14-11. Bita back in the corner again, and here he comes. Bita. Bratsburg with the pass. Friesen chases that one down. Here comes Hopkins. He's rejected by Vogel, but it goes out of bounds, and the Chargers get a point. And now coming in for the Blues will be Jake Hagen. And Hopkins will go have a seat. And Hagen goes back to serve. Hagen deep in that right corner. Looking at the Chargers defense, and here he comes off the top of the net and gets the ace. Just like he drew it up, I'm sure. Hagen on the regular season, 15 aces. Doesn't get a ton of them. Serve and more of a float serve. And here he comes. He'll send it over. Karpenko plays it, but goes over the net. Friesen trying to take advantage. That's Justin Yee down the line, but wide. And it's 15-13 Chargers. Waterman checks back in. Karpenko will go have a seat. Vogel back in that left-hand corner again. Vogel will send it across. Friesen sets up Yee. Yee with only one blocker, but goes wide on the other side. Well, he's equal, is Yee. And Yee will come out of the game. And Marchenkov will come in. Nikita Marchenkov out of Australia will check in for the Blues after he misses 2 consecutive kills. 16-13 Chargers. Here comes Vogel. Friesen in the middle for Zaleski off a block. Bourbon sends it the other way. Friesen, backdoor Marchenkov. Off an arm, off Bita. And a kill for Marchenko. Marchenkov in his rookie season, 6'3", big, solid dude up there at the front of the net. Lee will depart. And Simpson will come back in for the Blues. And Zaleski back to serve. Zaleski's serve off the top of the net. Karpenko slides to get that one. And that one is rejected. Simpson and Marchenkov rejecting Waterman. And Matt, the PA announcer, takes that one off the microphone. And back to serve is Pereira with a 3-point lead. Tosses it high, and here he comes. That pass by Hagen. Picked up by Friesen. Now Bratsburg down the line. Pereira is there. Waterman now will set up Bita from the backcourt. Friesen. Now Marchenkov, and he's rejected by Bazzi. And now another rejection. Borden and Waterman were there for the rejection. And now Dave Dooley will take a timeout for the Blues, who trail by 4. It's 18-14. Chargers with the lead, trying to take advantage and go up in this match. 25-16, the Blues won the first set. Chargers come back and win 25-18 in that second set. And here we are in the third set with the Chargers in front by 4. Oddly enough, or funny enough, they're also 4-time defending champs. Coming up next will be a bit of a break, and then 6 o'clock local time, 5 o'clock Pacific time. It'll be the second of 2 ladies semifinals with the number 1 VIU Mariners taking on the number 5 seeded Capilano Blues. The winner to face the Douglas Royals tomorrow in the gold medal match at 6 o'clock local time. And the loser will play the Camosun Chargers for bronze tomorrow at 1 o'clock local time. That's noon Pacific time. Another timeout. The Chargers taking a little extra time getting on the floor. They're on there now. The Blues are ready to go. And Pereira will go back to serve. Pereira smashing that ball on the floor. And he's ready to go here. Pereira with the serve. Bratsburg with the pass. Friesen tracks that one down. Then Bratsburg to Bita. Borden. And Pereira is somewhat rejected. Simpson pops it back up. Bratsburg just sends it right back over. This is Bazzi off a block, and Bazzi gets a kill. And it's 19-14. And now the referee wants to talk things over with Douglas Waterman. Maybe to calm his team down a little bit. Excessive celebration, as Waterman says to his team. Yeah, let's calm down just maybe a touch. And Pereira back to serve with a 5-point lead. 19-14. Excessive celebration. Lee will send it over to Friesen. He'll track that down. Now Bratsburg off a block and gets the point. Chargers also on the net. So 19-15, Chargers with the lead. Can you still get a flag in football for excessive celebration? They're allowing the touchdown dance now. Maybe they should allow the kill dance here in volleyball. I don't know. Here's Bazzi off a block and off the headset here in the broadcast booth. Fortunately, the headset was not on my head at the time, like yesterday when I was hit off the noggin. But 20-15 the score for the Chargers. And Bazzi will back to serve. It's a dangerous area. And the serve. Friesen. This to Simpson. Simpson is going to get the kill. As Pereira goes head first into the bleachers, he's okay. And it's 20-16. Now Jacob Hopkins will come back in for the Blues. And Hagen will go have a seat. And back to serve is Bratsburg. Bratsburg with the serve. Karpenko with the pass. To Pereira on the backcourt. That's Lee, and then Friesen goes wide. Friesen was celebrating like he put it in there, but it was well wide. And now it's 21-16. Maybe trying to buy a call from the official. And here's Waterman. Friesen to Hopkins, off the block and down, and Hopkins gets the point. And it's 21-17. Here comes Zaleski, and Lee will depart. Karpenko back in, and Waterman will sit down. Simpson back to serve, where he's been very good. Simpson with 20 aces in the regular campaign. This is Bita. Goes on the other side of the antenna, and Friesen will dump it down. Bita very fortunate he wasn't called on either one side of the antenna. Sounded like it touched the antenna, but referee was right there to see that it didn't. Blues get the point, creep a little closer, 21-18 now. And here's Simpson. Dug by Bazzi. This is Bita, he's rejected. Zaleski with a block. That's 21-19. Now Charles Parkinson wants to talk it over with his club. as Dave Dooley gives his fist pump of appreciation to his team, and it's 21-19. This one's not over by a long shot. What a match between these two teams. During the regular season, remember the Chargers beat the Blues in 3 out of 4 tries. The only victory the Blues had was a 5-set thriller. Looking at some stats, Jacob Hopkins leads the Blues with 9 kills. Simpson has 7. Ian Zaleski with 4. On the Chargers side, Pereira has 7. Vogel and Beta and Waterman each have 4. Waterman's got 5 blocks in this one. Borden's got 3. And the Blues will come back on the floor out of the timeout, and the Chargers will as well. Pretty amazing what this Charger team can do. This 4-time defending champs, and every time we see them, different faces are leading them. The recruiting skills by head coach Charles Parkinson and his staff have been pretty impressive. Here's Simpson. Borden's going to chase that one down. This is Beta, and he's rejected. But out of bounds, it looks like. Yeah, out of bounds, so point to the Chargers. 22-19. And now back to serve is Borden. Here he comes, and this one will go long. Service error, and it's 22-20. And Lee will depart, and Marchenkov will come back in for Capilano. Friesen standing right at the back wall. And here he comes, Friesen into the net. 23-20. Chargers with the advantage. Lee will pop back in, and Simpson will depart. Beta go back to serve now. Beta takes a lot of time back there after the whistle. Smacks it on the ground, spins it in his hand, and now here he comes. Picked up by Bratsburg. That's Zaleski, and he'll go off the top of the net and get it to fall. 23-21 now, Chargers with the lead. And Hopkins will go back to serve. Hopkins during the regular season, just 5 aces, so not a guy that's going to get you a lot of aces. Bazzi with the pass. Borden back door for Pereira. Lee with a big dig on Pereira. Now it's Bratsburg. He'll just tip it over. Bazzi's there. Pereira will send it back into play for Beta. Beta, Lee with the dig. Friesen will get it to Bratsburg. Off the block. Picked up by Borden. Nice play. And now they'll set up Pereira, who sends it down the line. Lee is there. Marchenkov. A big kill. Marchenkov with a big swing. And it's 23-22. That's a good rally. Jonathan Lee with a couple pretty digs. Borden as well. 23-22. Now Hopkins again. Here he comes, delivers that to Bazzi. Borden back to Bazzi. Blocked there by Zaleski, and it will go out of bounds. And now it'll be set point for the Chargers. 24-22, and Waterman will come back in as Karpenko will leave. And Dave Dooley's going to take a timeout here for Capilano. Marchenkov with a massive kill there. So it's 24-22. Set point for the Chargers. Chargers and Blues will talk things over. Boy, it has cooled off considerably here in this gymnasium, which I guess is a good thing with the condensation we had earlier today with the drips dropping on me from the ceiling. I guess it needs to be cooler in here. Personally, I'd like it a little bit warmer, though, if I may complain. 24-22. Chargers and the Blues. We almost want these two teams to play 5 sets, don't we? It's been entertaining. I'm sure neither coach wants to play 5 sets. But the winner of this one will take advantage and be up 2-1. Who's it going to be, though? Chargers with set point. Dave Dooley now out of timeouts for this set. And now a substitution as Justin Yee will come back in. Marchenkov for the Blues will head off. And Vogel with set point. Vogel back to serve. Usually he's in that back left-hand corner, but now he's in the center of the court. Ready to serve. They've been looking at Bratsburg for most of the afternoon, and Lee is there for this one. Here's Bratsburg, and Bratsburg will get the kill. Vogel will leave. So will Lee. Simpson back on. Karpenko back on. And now a sub as Farm wants to come on for the Blues as Zaleski will go have a seat. 24-23 still set point for the Chargers. And here's Parm in that center spot, and here he comes. They serve, goes to Basri. In the middle, Waterman off for blocking down, and the Chargers take control of this semifinal with a 25-23 victory. Well, that was fun to watch. So the Blues drew first blood 25-16. The Chargers have come back with 2 straight victories, 25-18 and now 25-23, and a set away from punching their ticket to yet another gold medal match. We'll be back with the 4th set. You've been watching the 2019 PACWEST Volleyball Championships live from COTR. Welcome back inside College of the Rockies here in Cranbrook. We go to the 4th set. Chargers in front 2-1. And the Capilano Blues will start things off here. 2-1. Simon Friesen with the serve, and there's a big kill by Vogel. Some stats to pass along. Vogel now with his 5th kill. Waterman also has 5, so does Bita. But Pereira leads everybody, at least on the Camosun side, with 7 kills. Blues, on the other hand, have Hopkins with 9 kills, Simpson with 7, and Zaleski with 5. Offensively, and here is Bita. His serve, handled there by Lee. Could be close to an overbump. It is. Vogel goes up and down, and it's 2-0 Chargers. Now the serve by Bita, ready to go. Blues ready defensively. And here's the serve. Yee with an overbump. Can the Chargers take advantage? Borden to Pereira. Pereira's rejected! Zaleski and Hopkins with a big block. Back to serve for the Blues is Justin Yee. Yee will toss that high. Yee goes way too long. A service error. And it's 3-1 Chargers. Waterman checks back in as Karpenko will go have a seat. Karpenko has been outstanding as the libero just in his rookie season. And here's Vogel. To Bratsburg. Friesen will track that one down. Gets it to Hopkins. Bita with a nice dig. Now Bazzi. Bazzi took something off it, and Bratsburg thought he had the pancake. Referee says no, and it's 4-1 Camosun. Charles Parkinson giving Vogel instructions on where to serve this one. Well, they've been picking on Lee and Bratsburg all game. And here he comes, and he's going to go for Bratsburg, but sends it too wide. And 4-2 now the score as Vogel will sit down. So will Jonathan Lee. Simpson back in for the Blues, and Karpenko back in for the Chargers. Here's Zaleski. His serve into the net. A service error here for Capilano. They've had now 16 service errors, 10 for the Chargers. Now Pereira. Pereira, big deep breath, tosses it high, and here he comes. Friesen tried to, he faked tipping it, didn't get to the ball, and it scooched over the net and fell where nobody was hanging out for the Chargers. 5-3 now, Camosun. And now a reserve or a recount as a loose ball got into the court. Bita with a nice pass. Borden going to go back door for Pereira. Pereira gets the kill off the arms of Hopkins. And it's 6-3. Big smiles between Borden and Pereira. And the serve goes to Bratsburg. Bratsburg will try to send it over, but he's rejected by Borden. The game within the game, you can see, you maybe can't see it on the camera, but right in front of me, Pereira is moving back and forth to try to block either Bratsburg or Simpson. Looks like Bratsburg, who handles the serve here, goes up high. Saved there by Karpenko. Now it's Pereira off the tape. Simpson is there. Up for Simpson in the middle, but rejected by Waterman. And it's 9-3 in favor of the Chargers, or is it 8-3? My mistake, 8-3. And Bazzi. Yee to Friesen. Simpson gets the big kill. Now 8-4. Back to serve goes Bratsburg. Bratsburg with the serve. Bazzi with the pass. Borden with a tip. Right in the middle. Nobody was hanging out. And the Chargers now go up 9-4. Karpenko will leave. Vogel back in. And now Waterman will go back to serve. Here's Waterman. Bratsburg. Friesen will set up Simpson, rejected there by Waterman. And then Friesen with a tip of his own. But an over call. And Pereira hit the ground very hard, and he's grabbing his left hip. And they need a little cleanup as there's sweat on the floor. But Pereira is bent over in pain. He says to the coach, I'm okay. He wants to stay in the game. But his hip is certainly not feeling good right now. Seems to be okay. He'll still stay in the ball game. And here comes Waterman, up 10-4. Friesen to Yee, rejected there by Vogel. An over bump, brought back by Friesen, but the Chargers are on the net. And it's 10-5. Zaleski back in the game as Lee will have a seat. Waterman out as well. And Karpenko back in, the libero. Simpson standing deep in that right-hand corner. And here he comes. Off the top of the net. Bazzi's there. Now a quick set off Simpson's chest. Vogel gets it off the head, but under the net. Point to the Chargers, who lead 11-5. Back to serve, Bourbon. Borden gets it over to Yee. To Friesen in the middle, Zaleski. Nice save by Basri, over bump, and then Zaleski mishit it. And Zaleski gives a point back to the Chargers. And a timeout by Coach Dooley for the Blues. Score is 12-5. This is the largest margin, I believe. I don't know the story about the Chargers. Mac Moravnik, who was the center last year on that run that the Chargers had. They won PACWEST Gold and finished empty-handed at the Nationals after they hosted, but he's been on the bench all match long. And Kyle Borden, who's in his second year, Moravnik, by the way, in his fourth year, and Borden has won the job. I don't know, either due to injury or just playing better. But they've gone with Borden the entire semifinals so far. And out of the timeout, Chargers ahead 12-5. Just seeing the Charger players warm up there during that timeout. Yeah, Moravnik is one of those guys. He's moving around just fine, it appears. And back to serve. Speaking of Borden, here he comes. 12-5, Chargers with the lead. Lee bumps it up, and this is to Yee. Goes off the antenna. Now 13-5. Dave Dooley looks like wants an explanation, but it was clearly off the antenna. And the Chargers will bunch up here on the right side, trying to block the Blues' vision. Off the arm of Justin Yee, and an ace for Borden. And now Hagen will come back into the game for the Blues as Yee will depart. (14-5), Chargers with a big lead here in this semifinal. Also up 2-1. Served by Borden. This one goes long, and it's 14-5. Make it 14-6. And Friesen will go back to serve. Simon Friesen. Here he comes. Nice pass by Bazzi. Up high goes Bita, and he gets a kill. Bita with a big blast, his 6th of the game. Now he'll go back to serve. Bita has 6, Vogel has 6, Pereira has 8 offensively for the Chargers. And now Bita. Friesen tracks down that one. It's Hopkins. Karpenko is there. Borden will get it to Pereira. He's rejected by Zaleski. Zaleski with a big block. Now Hagen. He'll serve since coming in. Karpenko with a good pass. Vogel. The ball went out, but was it tipped out? Nope. Point for the Blues on the error. And it's 15-8 Chargers with Hagen, the fourth-year player, going back to serve again. Here he comes. Good pass by Karpenko. Back to Pereira. Pereira will tip it wide. And the Blues have a bit of a run here. And Charles Parkinson saying to his team, come on, let's get going. Hagen's doing a nice job back there. He'll get the ball again, and here he comes. Bazzi, Borden to Pereira. Pereira with a kill! And you can hear Pereira yelling for the ball, yeah, 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 as that set went up for Borden. Fortunately, we can hear it because it's right in front of us. 16-9 Chargers, and Vogel will go back to serve now. Vogel with the serve. Friesen, back set. And that is Hopkins who goes off a block, gets a point. And Simpson will come back in as Lee will leave. Vogel also leaves. Karpenko back in. And Zaleski. Trailing by 6. Zaleski's serve. Bita off his hand and hits the ceiling. I heard someone yell out. I don't know if that would have been out, and there's some dust that has fallen on the ground here. And he'll have to get the broom. A lot of dust up there. I don't know when the last time the ceiling was cleaned here. Well, in any gymnasium. But we've seen a few messes come down from that ceiling so far in this championship. And the broom crew doing a nice job. Try to keep everything as clean as possible. 16-11. Chargers in front, but the Blues have made a run here to bring it within 4. Make that 5. My math is correct. Borden will get it to Bazzi, who will just tip it over. This is Simpson. Waterman with the block. Pereira with the save. Battle at the net. Blues control. Here's Hopkins. Karpenko to Pereira. He'll just get it over the net to get the points as he took a little off that one. We almost had Pereira in our laps here at the broadcast table. Thank goodness that didn't happen. Pereira, good job putting on the brakes before crashing into the table. 17-11, Chargers the lead. Blues are ready, and here he comes. Good pass, Friesen. This is to Hopkins, who gets the kill. Started with a very good first pass. Hopkins now 10 kills in this semifinal. Simpson with 9. Pereira with 9 on the other side. Here comes Hopkins now. Gets it to Karpenko. Borden. Waterman with push. This is Bratsburg down the line and out of bounds. And the Chargers want to talk things over. Must have went off a block of the Chargers because the Blues got a point. And now 17-13 Chargers with the lead. And they will talk things over, will both teams, in the 4th set of this semifinal. The first of 2 men's semifinals. We'll see Douglas and VIU a little bit later on. And the second women's semifinal coming up after this one. The VIU Mariners taking on the Capilano Blues. These two teams meeting in consecutive seasons right here in this semifinal, the Blues and the Chargers. And last season it was the Chargers, that 1-4. The Blues trying to return the favor Because last year it was the Blues that were the 2nd seed. The Chargers, I believe, were the 3rd seed last year. Seeds have flipped. The Blues trying to do exactly what the Chargers did to them last year, but they're going to have to force a 5th and final set. Borden will track that one down. Pereira is rejected. It was Simpson. Pereira again. Dug there. And now Bratsburg will just send it over. Chargers trying to take advantage. This is Bazzi. He will just take a little bit off it and get it into the middle of the floor. And now 18-13. 18-13. Beta right in the face of Karpenko, telling him what to do. This one off the net. It's an ace as Hagen wasn't in the right position. And the Chargers creep a little bit closer to that gold medal match. And now a timeout by the Capilano Blues. 19-13. Nice to see Ilian Wong, an assistant coach with the Chargers. Such a great libero for the Chargers the 5 previous seasons. He must feel lost a little bit, not being able to come into this one. As he's in the huddle, as the coaches talk things over. But I tell you what, for Karpenko, a rookie, what a guy to be able to learn from. Wong has seen it all, national championships, PACWEST championships, and to learn from a guy like that, an excellent opportunity, and I'm sure he's taking full advantage of that. So out of the timeout, Blues are already on the floor. Here come the Chargers. 6-point lead for Camosun, 19-13. Blues have used both their timeouts in this 4th set. And coming out of the timeout, Graham Bazzi will go back to serve. 19-13 to lead for Camosun. Here he comes. Lee gets it over to Friesen. Friesen setting up for Simpson. Simpson rejected by Waterman. Douglas Waterman has been absolute force at the net. That's his 8th block of this ballgame. Douglas Waterman's been on fire. 2013 now. Good pass there by Bratsburg. In the middle for Simpson with a big kill. Simpson with his 9th. Vogel will depart. Karpenko right back in. And Bratsburg back to serve, trailing by 6. Bratsburg. Bazzi with a nice pass to Borden. Now Pereira with a kill. Pereira, a big one there. That's his 9th. And Vogel right back in. Here's Waterman. Waterman will get it to Lee. Friesen to Simpson. Off a block and out of bounds. Blues with the point, and Zaleski will hop back in. Lee will leave. Waterman will leave. Karpenko back in. And it's 21-15 Chargers. Simpson back to serve it up. And here he comes. Into the net. Service error. Now 22-15 Chargers. 3 points away from a gold medal match. A place the Chargers know all too well. 4 straight PACWEST titles. Off the top of the net. Friesen. Zaleski gets the kill. Blues not going away anytime soon. And Friesen now will go back to serve. Trying to keep it close. Friesen looking for a couple aces to get some quick points. His serve into the net, another service error. 23-16 now. Well, the Blues have shot themselves in the foot in this one. Certainly in this set. Now Beta going through his routine. And here he comes. Lee with the pass up to Friesen. Zaleski. Big dig there by Borden. And now Pereira will hit it into the net. 23-17. Now Hagen. I think Pereira was a little surprised there was no blockers for him and swung a little harder than maybe he wanted to. And a long serve, another service error by the Blues. And now it's match point for the Chargers. And Vogel will serve it up. Looking to punch their ticket to the gold medal match. And Vogel will send it over. Lee is there, Friesen now. This is Hopkins, and he gets it inside the back line. Karpenko back in. Vogel will sit down. Farn will come back in for Capilano. Zaleski will have a seat. Lee out as well with Simpson back in. Here's Parm. His serve. Bazzi. Borden. Here's Pereira. Pereira goes long. Still 24. Now 19 for the Blues are creeping a little bit closer. Still set point for the Chargers. Match point, is in fact. And the serve for Parm. Waterman with the pass. Waterman gets it back. Bumped up by a couple of Blues, and now Hopkins will be rejected. Friesen will get it to Bratsburg. He'll just send it over. Waterman to Bazzi, and it goes off a block, and the Chargers win it. 25-19 the final, and the Chargers on their way right back to the gold medal match tomorrow night at 8 o'clock local time, 7 o'clock in Victoria for those folks watching in Camosun. And the Chargers win 3 consecutive sets after dropping the first one. Blues winning 25-16. Then the Chargers come back 25-18, 25-23, and 25-19 to win this semifinal and move on to the gold medal match. The Blues will play for bronze tomorrow at 3 o'clock. And they'll play either the Douglas Royals or the VIU Mariners, 3 o'clock local time. That would be 2 o'clock in North Vancouver. So Pereira had 10 kills, Vogel had 6, as did Bita. Waterman also was 6, Bazzi with 5, and Borden actually had 1 as well, along with 30 assists, but Waterman with 8 blocks in this one. For the Blues, Hopkins had 12 kills, Simpson had 11, Zaleski had 6, Bratsburg even had 5. 5 blocks for Zaleski, 36 assists for Simon Friesen, and a losing cause. So the Blues will play for bronze, the Chargers will play for gold. They'll announce the players of the game, players of the match here momentarily, and then we hope to have Charles Parkinson over here for a quick word. First, they'll announce the player of the match for the Blues. Yeah, Hopkins, he was great. 12 kills, had an assist, a dig, 2 blocks. So Hopkins in his second season, player of the match in this semifinal. And the player of the match for the Chargers is Kyle Borden, the center. Borden was good, quarterbacking this offense, 30 assists, a kill, and also 7 digs and 4 blocks. So we hope to have both Charles Parkinson and also Kyle Borden over here. It'll be head coach Charles Parkinson first will join us once he throws on that headset. So the Chargers on their way to the gold medal match again. I think the headset was bumped by one of your players, so I'm going to blame your guys for breaking that headset.
There you go.
Congratulations on the victory. What did you see from your team here today?
Well, first of all, I want to say congrats to Capilano. I mean, they came out like a house on fire. We had no answer for them, and fortunately, they came back down to earth. And I just told our guys, you got to withstand, that first set and keep your composure and don't let them dictate the pace of the game. And eventually, I think our size and physicality, our serve block game sort of started to to wear them down just a little bit, and they had a little more trouble, especially from the wings, putting the ball to the floor.
Talk about Douglas Waterman. He was outstanding, 8 blocks in this one in his final year. He wants this more than maybe anyone else.
Yeah, he's he's terrific. We've been working on his lateral movement to his right side, so against their left sides, and he has a tendency every once in a while to open his shoulder up. So we've been working a lot on that, and just that small little technical adjustment allows you to actually cut that angle off. And you saw it today, like those balls were just getting rejected, whereas sometime during the season they would actually hit off his hand and down on our court. So it's nice to see guys in their 5th year still making those technical adjustments and trying to get better.
Yeah. Were your players tight at the beginning, right in the first sets? It looked like there were some nerves, there were some service errors that we saw. Were you tight a little bit?
Yeah. I playing in a provincial championship, especially when we've been sitting for a few days.
Yeah.
We've had a couple of practices, and so we've sort of been anticipating playing, and then you do the pre-game, and everything sort of builds up to that moment. So it's not surprising that guys are a little nervous, especially some guys. It's their first trip to the dance. It's. And it takes a little while to get those nerves out of your system. But if you can find that groove, like I said to them in our pregame, my job is to set the dogs loose and get out of the way. And in the first set, I had to do a little sort of more than I would have liked to do. Yeah. But in 2, 3, and 4, I think they sort of, they just ran with it.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. We'll
Thank
see you tomorrow in the gold medal match.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it, Ryan.
That is head coach Charles Parkinson. We'll bring Kyle Borden in here as well. A player of the match, 30 assists for Borden, and also a kill. He did a nice job of quarterbacking the offense. Kyle, congratulations, first of all, on the victory after the gold medal match.
Thank you very much.
Pretty impressive. What was the game plan here today?
I think from where I stand, what we wanted to do is establish the middle early, so that way I could spread the offense out to the wings and get one-on-one so that they had an easier chance to put the ball away.
Is it, and I don't want to say it's an easy job for you as the setter, but with so many weapons that you have, you can set it anywhere on the floor and somebody's going to hit it over the floor. So do you find it, I guess, sort of easy?
Yeah, it definitely takes a load off my shoulders because if I don't have one guy who's doing the job, I have 3 or 4 other guys that can easily do it for me as well. So it's a big thanks to them for being able to make it easy, as you say.
Yeah. Douglas Waterman, in his 5th year, has a chance to win 5 gold medals. Are you pulling for him? Because, I mean, you want to win, obviously, but for a guy like Douglas who's been around a long time, he's going to have a whole hand of rings if you guys can win. So you're pulling a little bit for Douglas?
For sure, yeah. I played with him going through high school, even before that, and played club together, and now that we're playing post-secondary together, we've really established the bond. So I think it would be great if we could pull that 5-peat. For him, the team, for the program.
Who do you want to face in the final, Douglas or VIU? Does it matter?
I want to face Douglas for sure because we haven't taken a game from them yet. So I think if we don't play them in the finals and beat them in the finals, then there's always going to be that, could they have beat us? So it'd be a good nail in the coffin if we could beat Douglas in the final.
Well, we'll let you go, Kyle. Thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations. All right, Kyle Borden joins us. He was the player of the match as the Camosun Chargers will be off to the gold medal match. That's tomorrow, 8 o'clock local time and 7 o'clock Pacific time. Once again, the Chargers win in 4, and we will step aside and get ready for the second ladies semifinal. It'll be the Mariners and it will be the Blues coming up in about an hour from now. You're watching the 2019 PACWEST Volleyball Championships.